Friends, if you want to watch the super hit movie Captain America, Brave New World in English, then you must like this video. If you are visiting our channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. In today's video, we are going to talk about Captain America, Brave New World, one of the most anticipated superhero movies of 2025. We will discuss what this movie is about, where you can watch it, and all the exciting facts related to it. I will also provide you with complete details about which OTT platform or satellite channel will stream this movie. Additionally, we will talk in detail about the technical department, music, pre-production, filming, post-production, budget, and expected box office collection of this film. We will also break down the story, review the film, and analyze the performances of the star cast. You'll get to know which actors played which roles and how they brought their characters to life. So, I request you, friends, to watch this video till the end because we have a lot to discuss. Let's get started. Captain America, Brave New World is an upcoming superhero film from Marvel Studios, scheduled for release on February 14, 2025. This installment marks Anthony Mackie's debut in a solo film as Sam Wilson, who has taken up the mantle of Captain America. Plot overview. Following the election of Thaddeus "Thunderbolt" Ross as the President of the United States, Sam Wilson finds himself at the center of an international incident. He must uncover the motives behind a nefarious global plot before the true mastermind plunges the world into chaos. Cast: Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson / Captain America, Harrison Ford as President Thaddeus "Thunderbolt" Ross, Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres / Falcon, Shira Haas as Sabra, Carl Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley, Giancarlo Esposito as Seth Volker / Sidewinder, Tim Blake Nelson as Samuel Stearns / The Leader, Liv Tyler as Betty Ross. Production team: Director Julius Ona, Screenwriters: Rob Edwards, Malcolm Spellman, Dallin Musson, Julius Ona, Peter Glanz. Producers: Kevin Feige, Nate Moore. Additional information: the film is part of Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, and continues the narrative from the Disney Plus series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where Sam Wilson embraced his role as the new Captain America. Notably, Harrison Ford joins the MCU, replacing the late William Hurt as Thaddeus Ross, who, in this film, has ascended to the presidency and transforms into the Red Hulk. Fans can anticipate a blend of political intrigue and superhero action, reminiscent of earlier Captain America films. The movie aims to explore contemporary global issues through the lens of its characters, promising a compelling addition to the MCU. Captain America, Brave New World follows a conventional linear narrative structure, guiding the audience through a cohesive and chronological storyline. The film begins with Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, engaging in a meeting with the newly elected U.S. President, Thaddeus "Thunderbolt" Ross. This initial encounter sets the stage for the unfolding events. Marvel.com. The narrative progresses as Sam finds himself entangled in an international incident, compelling him to uncover the motives behind a nefarious global plot. This development introduces the central conflict, propelling the story forward. Marvel.com. Throughout the film, key turning points are marked by revelations and confrontations that challenge Sam's resolve and redefine his role as Captain America. The linear progression allows for a clear depiction of character development and thematic exploration. The emotional impact is heightened through Sam's personal journey, as he grapples with the legacy of Captain America and his own identity within that mantle. The thematic elements of duty, leadership, and morality are interwoven into the narrative, providing depth to the storyline. In summary, Captain America, Brave New World employs a traditional linear narrative structure, focusing on character development and thematic depth to engage the audience. Narrative structure of Captain America, Brave New World. Captain America, Brave New World follows a linear and conventional storytelling approach, unfolding in a chronological manner from beginning to end. The film, set within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, continues Sam Wilson's journey as he fully steps into the mantle of Captain America. Unlike some MCU films that have employed nonlinear storytelling, time jumps, or alternate perspectives, This movie maintains a straightforward progression that emphasizes its political and espionage-driven themes. However, within this linear structure, the film is expected to introduce layers of mystery, deception, and high-stakes geopolitical tension, reminiscent of Captain America: The Winter Soldier, 2014. The beginning, establishing the new Captain America's role. The story likely begins with Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, establishing himself as Captain America, following the events of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Unlike Steve Rogers, who was a government-backed super soldier, Sam is a self-made hero without the benefit of super serum, making his journey both more challenging and distinct. At the outset, the film introduces the political landscape of the MCU, with Thaddeus "Thunderbolt" Ross, Harrison Ford, serving as the newly elected President of the United States. This is a major shift in power, as Ross has long been involved in military and government affairs, often opposing superhero activities. His new position suggests that the U.S. government may take a different approach toward global conflicts, the Avengers, and enhanced individuals. Sam's initial meeting with President Ross is a critical moment, likely setting up the central conflict of the film. Given Ross's history of authoritarian tendencies, including his involvement in the Sokovia Accords, it is possible that his leadership will introduce policies that Sam finds morally questionable. Additionally, the film is expected to establish several supporting characters, including Joaquin Torres, Danny Ramirez, the new Falcon, who aids Sam in aerial combat and intelligence gathering, Isaiah Bradley, Carl Lumbly, a former super soldier who may serve as a mentor figure, Sabra Shirahas, a Mossad agent who could add an international espionage element to the story. The rising conflict, a global conspiracy, unfolds. As the film progresses, Sam becomes embroiled in an international incident, one that might involve terrorism, biological warfare, or clandestine operations involving superpowered individuals. This conflict is not only political but also personal, as it challenges Sam's ideals, his place in the world, and his ability to lead as Captain America. At this point, the film is expected to introduce the leader, Tim Blake Nelson, a returning villain from The Incredible Hulk, 2008, whose gamma-irradiated intellect makes him a master strategist. Sidewinder, Giancarlo Esposito, a rumored antagonist with ties to underground criminal networks. Betty Ross, Liv Tyler, who might serve as a link between Sam Wilson and her father, President Ross. The plot likely builds tension through espionage, betrayal, and a slow unraveling of hidden agendas. Sam may initially believe that he is working to resolve a diplomatic crisis, only to discover that forces within the U.S. government or Ross's administration itself are orchestrating events behind the scenes. One of the major turning points could involve a betrayal from within Sam's trusted circle. Perhaps an ally, whether it be Torres, Sabra, or another figure, has conflicting loyalties. The emergence of Ross's transformation into Red Hulk. If the film follows comic lore, Ross may undergo a gamma-induced transformation, giving him Hulk-like strength and further complicating the global situation. At this stage, the movie takes on themes of distrust, moral ambiguity, and the challenges of leadership, forcing Sam to make difficult choices. The climactic battle, Captain America's ultimate test. As the conspiracy reaches its peak, the final act of the movie is expected to deliver a massive showdown between Sam and the leader's forces. Given the villain's intelligence and strategic manipulation, the battle may involve a mix of high-tech warfare and biological weapons. A confrontation between Sam and President Ross. Whether Ross remains a human political figure or transforms into Red Hulk, their ideological conflict will likely culminate in a dramatic face-off. Sam proving himself as Captain America, despite the doubts of others and possibly his own self-doubt. He will have to rise as a leader and symbol of justice. Themes and emotional impact. Unlike previous Captain America films that centered around Steve Rogers' journey of self-sacrifice, this film focuses on 1. The burden of legacy. Sam must carry on Steve's ideals while forging his own path. 2. Political intrigue and power struggles. The story reflects contemporary global issues, including government overreach, ethics in leadership, and military intervention. 3. personal identity and leadership. Sam, as a non-superpowered Captain America, represents the power of determination, intelligence, and moral clarity over brute strength. The film's emotional core is expected to be Sam's internal struggle. Can he truly step into Steve Rogers' shoes? Does the world see him as Captain America, or just an imposter? By the end of the film, his actions will provide the answer. Conclusion: a new era for Captain America. By the film's resolution, Sam Wilson will have proven himself as the rightful bearer of the shield. Whether through military conflict, political maneuvering, or ideological battles, he will emerge victorious, but at what cost? The film may set up future conflicts in the MCU, such as a greater role for Ross's Red Hulk in upcoming Marvel projects, the leader's escape, setting him up as a long-term villain, new alliances between Captain America and international forces, possibly leading into Thunderbolts 2025. Overall, Captain America: Brave New World is expected to stick to a traditional, linear structure, but its depth will come from political tension, emotional conflicts, and moral dilemmas. It promises to be a high-stakes, action-packed film that redefines what it means to be Captain America. In Captain America: Brave New World, the characters are intricately developed, each undergoing significant growth that enriches the narrative. Their relationships and motivations are pivotal, driving the story's progression and deepening its thematic resonance. Sam Wilson / Captain America: Anthony Mackie, stepping into the role of Captain America. Sam Wilson faces the challenge of embodying a symbol traditionally associated with superhuman abilities, despite lacking the super soldier serum. His background as a counselor informs his leadership style, emphasizing empathy and strategic thinking over sheer force. This approach necessitates a reliance on intellect and collaboration, distinguishing him from his predecessor, Steve Rogers. Throughout the film, Sam grapples with internal and external conflicts, striving to define his identity as Captain America and to earn the trust of a skeptical public. His journey reflects themes of legacy, identity, and the burdens of leadership. Thaddeus "Thunderbolt" Ross, Harrison Ford, as the newly elected President of the United States. Ross's ascent to political power marks a significant evolution from his earlier military roles. Known for his stringent views on superhuman regulation, his presidency introduces complex dynamics, especially in his interactions with Sam Wilson. Ross's motivations, possibly rooted in a desire for control and security, may lead to policies that conflict with the ideals upheld by Captain America, setting the stage for ideological confrontations. Ruth Bat Seraph / Sabra, Shira Haas, portrayed as a former Black Widow turned high-ranking U.S. government official. Ruth's character adds layers of intrigue and complexity. Her past as a spy and her current governmental role suggest a multifaceted personality, adept at navigating political landscapes while confronting her own identity and loyalties. Her interactions with Sam and Ross are likely to be charged with tension, reflecting broader themes of trust, redemption, and the personal costs of espionage. Joaquin Torres / the Falcon, Danny Ramirez, taking up the mantle of the Falcon. Torres serves as Sam's ally, bringing his own perspective and skills to the partnership. His character development involves stepping into a role previously held by Sam, mirroring Sam's own journey of embracing a legacy while forging his unique path. Their relationship underscores themes of mentorship, succession, and the evolving nature of heroism. Isaiah Bradley, Carl Lumbly, a former super soldier. Bradley's presence offers a poignant connection to the past. His experiences provide historical context, enriching the narrative with themes of sacrifice, injustice, and the often unrecognized contributions of marginalized individuals. His interactions with Sam are likely to be profound, offering wisdom while highlighting the complexities of carrying the Captain America mantle. Collectively, these characters' arcs intertwine to shape a narrative that delves into personal and political transformations. Their evolving relationships and motivations not only drive the plot, but also invite audiences to reflect on broader themes of identity, legacy, and the multifaceted nature of heroism. Character development and transformation in Captain America: Brave New World. The characters in Captain America: Brave New World are expected to be well developed, each with distinct motivations, relationships, and arcs that drive the film's political and personal stakes. The film explores themes of legacy, leadership, ideological conflict, and identity, making character evolution a central component of the story. Sam Wilson / Captain America, Anthony Mackie, A Journey of Identity and Leadership. Sam Wilson's arc is at the heart of the movie, as he continues to establish himself as the new Captain America. His development revolves around several internal and external challenges that test his ability to fill Steve Rogers' shoes while staying true to his own principles. 1. The burden of legacy. Unlike Steve Rogers, Sam does not have superpowers, which means his strength as Captain America comes purely from skill, strategy, and determination. The public, the government, and even some of his allies may question his ability to carry the shield, making acceptance a central theme in his arc. He must define what Captain America means in a modern world, particularly in a time of heightened political tension. 2. Moral dilemmas and political conflict. His ideological clash with President Ross is a key element of the film. Ross, known for his authoritarian approach, may push for policies that Sam sees as unjust. As Captain America, he must balance diplomacy with action, learning when to negotiate and when to fight. 3. Personal growth and relationships. Joaquin Torres, the new Falcon, looks up to Sam, creating a mentor-protege dynamic. His bond with Isaiah Bradley, a forgotten super soldier, helps him understand the hidden struggles of past heroes and fuels his determination. Small Blue Diamond. By the end of the film, Sam fully embraces his role as Captain America, proving that the mantle is not about superpowers, but about integrity, courage, and leadership. Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. Harrison Ford, Power and Transformation. Thaddeus Ross has been a complex figure in the MCU, transitioning from a military general to a U.S. president. His arc in this film revolves around power, control, and personal ambition. 1. Shifting from military to political power. As president, Ross is no longer just a military leader but the most powerful figure in the country. His history of distrust toward superheroes suggests that he may enforce strict regulations or new laws against enhanced individuals. 2. Potential Red Hulk transformation. In the comics, Ross becomes Red Hulk, a powerful antagonist. The film may explore whether his transformation is self-inflicted, a choice for power, or a result of external manipulation. If he becomes Red Hulk, his personal struggle with control versus chaos would add depth to his character. Small Blue Diamond. Ross's arc may end in tragedy or a setup for future conflicts, but his ideological opposition to Sam Wilson will likely be one of the film's biggest tensions. Joaquin Torres / the Falcon, Danny Ramirez, A New Hero's Journey. Joaquin Torres takes on the mantle of the Falcon, following in Sam Wilson's footsteps. His arc focuses on learning, growth, and defining his own heroic identity. 1. Struggles with inexperience. Unlike Sam, Torres does not have military or Avenger-level experience, making him more vulnerable. He must prove himself while working alongside an already established hero. 2. Mentorship and personal growth. His relationship with Sam mirrors the one Sam once had with Steve Rogers. He learns not just how to fight but how to lead, setting up his future in the MCU. Small Blue Diamond. By the end of the film, Torres will have solidified his place as the Falcon, gaining confidence and experience. Isaiah Bradley, Carl Lumbly, The Weight of the Past. Isaiah Bradley's character is a symbol of forgotten history. His story as a super soldier who was experimented on by the U.S. government makes him a powerful contrast to both Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson. 1. A living reminder of America's past. Isaiah's presence adds a historical perspective, showing the darker side of the government's super soldier programs. He may serve as both an ally and a warning to Sam, offering wisdom while reminding him of past injustices. 2. Reconciliation and closure. Isaiah's arc in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was about recognition and justice. This film might explore whether he finds peace or whether he continues to challenge the system. Small Blue Diamond. Isaiah Bradley represents the movie's deep themes of justice, history, and the fight for recognition. Ruth Batsarif/Sabra Shira Haas, the spy in the shadows. Sabra's character is a mystery in the film, but based on her comic origins, she is likely a highly skilled Mossad agent with a complex moral code. 1. A spy with conflicted loyalties. Oh, if she is working for the US government, she may question her own role in a potentially corrupt administration. Oh, she may have a personal mission that conflicts with Sam's goals, creating tension. 2. Action versus morality. Oh, as a former spy, she operates in shades of gray, unlike Sam, who follows a strict moral compass. Oh, this could lead to an interesting clash of methods, where Sam values diplomacy and she believes in taking immediate action. Small Blue Diamond Sabra's role in the story adds an espionage element, making her an unpredictable and layered character. The leader, Tim Blake Nelson, a mastermind in the shadows. The leader, known for his superior intellect and gamma-mutated abilities, is rumored to be one of the film's villains. His arc likely revolves around manipulation, power, and revenge. 1. An intellect rivaling Tony Stark. Oh, the leader may not need brute strength because his intelligence makes him far more dangerous. Oh, he could be pulling the strings behind global events, setting up future conflicts in the MCU. 2. A villain with a personal vendetta. Oh, his last MCU appearance, The Incredible Hulk 2008, left him with gamma radiation altering his brain, but without resolution. Oh, he may have unfinished business with Ross, adding layers of personal conflict to the movie. Small Blue Diamond, the leader represents a villain driven by intellect, revenge, and long-term schemes. Conclusion. A film built on strong character arcs. Each major character in Captain America: Brave New World undergoes meaningful development that adds depth to the film's political, emotional, and ideological conflicts. Sam Wilson evolves into a fully realized Captain America, proving that leadership is about character, not superpowers. President Ross struggles between power and morality, possibly leading to his Red Hulk transformation. Joaquin Torres grows into the Falcon, establishing his place as Sam's trusted ally. Isaiah Bradley provides historical depth, reminding Sam of the weight of Captain America's legacy. Sabra introduces moral complexity, balancing espionage and heroism. The leader serves as a manipulative mastermind, possibly setting up future conflicts. Small Blue Diamond, through its layered characters, the film explores themes of leadership, legacy, justice, and power, making it a compelling and thought-provoking addition to the MCU. In Captain America: Brave New World, the ensemble cast delivers performances that significantly enhance the film's emotional depth and believability. Each actor brings a unique interpretation to their role, contributing to a nuanced portrayal of their characters. Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson/Captain America. Anthony Mackie steps into the role of Captain America with a compelling performance that captures the complexity of Sam Wilson's journey. He portrays Sam's internal struggles and external challenges with authenticity, effectively conveying the weight of inheriting the mantle from Steve Rogers. Mackie's nuanced portrayal highlights Sam's resilience and moral fortitude, making his transformation into Captain America both believable and inspiring. Harrison Ford as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. Harrison Ford's portrayal of Thaddeus Ross, now the President of the United States, adds gravitas to the film. Ford brings depth to Ross's character, showcasing his authoritative presence and the complexities of his political role. His performance provides a compelling counterpoint to Mackie's Captain America, enriching the film's exploration of power and ideology. Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres/the Falcon. Danny Ramirez delivers a noteworthy performance as Joaquin Torres, the new Falcon. He effectively captures Torres's evolution from a novice to a confident hero, portraying his admiration for Sam Wilson and his determination to uphold the mantle. Ramirez's portrayal adds a layer of mentorship and growth to the narrative, enhancing the film's emotional resonance. Carl Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley. Carl Lumbly reprises his role as Isaiah Bradley with a poignant performance that underscores the character's historical significance. Lumbly conveys the depth of Bradley's experiences and the emotional scars of his past, providing a powerful narrative that enriches the film's exploration of legacy and justice. Shira Haas as Ruth Batsarif/Sabra. Shira Haas brings complexity to the role of Sabra, a former Black Widow turned government official. Her portrayal balances the character's espionage background with her current political role, adding layers of intrigue and moral ambiguity to the story. Haas's performance enhances the film's exploration of trust and redemption. Tim Blake Nelson as the leader. Tim Blake Nelson delivers a compelling performance as the leader, a villain driven by intellect and ambition. He effectively portrays the character's manipulative nature and strategic prowess, providing a formidable antagonist that challenges the protagonists both mentally and morally. Collectively, the cast's performances elevate Captain America: Brave New World, adding emotional depth and complexity to the narrative. Their portrayals bring authenticity to their characters' journeys, enhancing the film's exploration of themes such as legacy, power, and identity. In Captain America: Brave New World, director Julius Onah employs a distinctive directorial approach that profoundly influences the film's tone, mood, and storytelling. His unique stylistic choices, including deliberate pacing, thoughtful shot composition, and a cohesive narrative vision, collectively enhance the cinematic experience. Tone and mood. Onah establishes a tone that balances the gravitas of political intrigue with the dynamic energy characteristic of superhero narratives. The film's mood oscillates between tension and hope, reflecting the protagonist's internal struggles and the external challenges he faces. This nuanced atmosphere is achieved through a combination of visual storytelling and character development. Stylistic choices. One of Onah's notable stylistic choices is the use of contrasting color palettes to signify different narrative elements. For instance, scenes depicting governmental settings are imbued with cool, muted tones, underscoring the bureaucratic and often impersonal nature of politics. In contrast, action sequences burst with vibrant colors, highlighting the intensity and heroism inherent in these moments. Onah also employs varying camera techniques to enhance storytelling. Tight close-ups are utilized during introspective scenes, allowing audiences to connect deeply with characters' emotional states. Wide-angle shots, on the other hand, are used to capture the scale of action sequences and the broader implications of the narrative. Pacing. The film's pacing is meticulously crafted to align with its narrative arcs. Onah intersperses high-octane action sequences with slower, character-driven moments. This deliberate pacing allows for the development of complex character relationships and provides audiences with moments of reflection amidst the excitement. Shot composition. Onah's attention to shot composition is evident throughout the film. He often frames characters against expansive backdrops, symbolizing their roles within the larger societal context. Additionally, the use of symmetrical compositions conveys a sense of order and control, which is thematically significant in a narrative centered around governance and authority. Narrative vision. Onah's cohesive narrative vision ensures that each element of the film serves the overarching story. His direction harmoniously blends character development, thematic exploration, and plot progression. This unified approach results in a film that is both intellectually engaging and emotionally resonant. In summary, Julius Onah's directorial choices in Captain America: Brave New World significantly enhance the film's impact. Through his meticulous attention to tone, mood, pacing, shot composition, and narrative cohesion, Onah crafts a cinematic experience that is both compelling and thought-provoking. In Captain America: Brave New World, director Julius Onah shapes the film's tone, mood, and storytelling through careful and calculated choices that contribute to its depth and impact. His directorial approach guides the film's emotional journey, ensuring that it not only delivers spectacular action sequences but also explores complex themes and character arcs. Onah's decisions regarding pacing, shot composition, and visual style significantly elevate the overall experience, allowing audiences to engage with both the grandeur of superhero action and the intricacies of character-driven storytelling. Below is an in-depth breakdown of Onah's directorial contributions. Tone and mood. Onah skillfully establishes a tone that is multifaceted, balancing superhero excitement with the underlying seriousness of political intrigue and personal transformation. The mood shifts throughout the film, from moments of high tension, such as intense combat or political confrontation, to quieter, more reflective sequences that focus on character introspection. The film opens with a tone of uncertainty and loss, as Sam Wilson grapples with the weight of taking on the mantle of Captain America. This tone is one of inner turmoil and societal expectation. As the narrative progresses, the mood gradually shifts to one of hope and redemption, paralleling Sam's acceptance of his new role. This transition is not only emotional but also thematic, as Sam learns to define himself apart from Steve Rogers, which forms the crux of his character arc. Ona ensures that the film maintains this tonal balance by utilizing various cinematic techniques. For example, the somber, emotionally charged scenes are given space and gravity, whereas the action-heavy sequences are often fast-paced and intense. These contrasts create a dynamic mood that keeps the audience emotionally engaged without overstaying its welcome on any one note. Stylistic choices. One of the most impactful stylistic choices Ona uses is his manipulation of color palettes. Throughout the film, the color schemes reflect the duality of Sam's world. When the story is focused on the political and governmental aspects, Ona uses cool, muted colors, grays, blues, and dull metallics to evoke a sense of detachment, bureaucracy, and cold realism. These colors suggest the controlling forces Sam is up against and reinforce the political dimension of his battle. On the other hand, action sequences burst with vibrant colors, such as reds, blues, and bright contrasts that emphasize the stakes of these moments. This choice creates a visual contrast between the impersonal, often oppressive forces Sam faces and the fiery, passionate fight for justice that he represents as Captain America. In particular, scenes where Sam dons the shield and embraces his superhero identity are bathed in more saturated, intense colors, signaling both a transformation and an emotional catharsis. Moreover, Ona uses various camera techniques to reflect the emotional states of the characters and the mood of each scene. In scenes of personal reflection, such as Sam's moments of doubt or Isaiah Bradley's recollections, Ona often employs tight close-ups that bring the audience into the inner world of the character. These intimate shots allow viewers to connect with the character's struggles on a personal level, feeling their pain, doubt, and determination. In contrast, during large-scale battle sequences, Ona often pulls the camera back to wide-angle shots, allowing the audience to see the full extent of the action. These expansive shots also serve to reflect the broader implications of the story, how the personal battles of the heroes are intricately tied to the larger political and societal conflicts at play. The contrast between these close-ups and wide shots underscores the tension between the individual and the collective, a central theme in the film. Pacing. Pacing is another area where Ona's direction truly shines. The film never lingers too long on any one aspect of the story, ensuring that the narrative remains engaging throughout its duration. Ona alternates between high-energy action scenes and slower, more intimate character moments, allowing the emotional stakes to resonate with the audience before launching them back into the thrill of combat. For example, action scenes are often followed by quieter moments that allow Sam and other characters to reflect on their choices, their pasts, and their relationships. This ebb and flow ensure that the film never feels monotonous. In particular, the quieter moments of introspection provide the emotional foundation that makes the action sequences so impactful. By pacing the film in this way, Ona ensures that every punch thrown or shield tossed holds weight and significance, both narratively and emotionally. Moreover, Ona allows enough time for the characters' relationships to develop and evolve. This pacing ensures that when Sam and other characters like Joaquin Torres or Isaiah Bradley take on new roles or make critical decisions, the audience is fully invested in their journeys. The careful balance between action and character development keeps the pacing steady and purposeful, maintaining the audience's interest throughout. Shot composition. Ona's approach to shot composition is highly deliberate, contributing to both the emotional depth and the thematic weight of the film. He often uses symmetrical compositions to emphasize balance and control, particularly in scenes where power dynamics or government oversight are a central focus. For example, when Sam is engaging in a dialogue with political figures or leaders, Ona might position the characters in a way that mirrors authority and hierarchy, symbolizing the tension between the individual hero and the larger system. This compositional choice also extends to scenes of large-scale battle or conflict, where symmetry can convey a sense of order in the chaos, or suggest a larger cosmic or moral structure at play. By consistently returning to these visual cues, Ona reinforces the film's exploration of order versus chaos, personal duty versus political systems. In more emotional or intimate scenes, Ona often uses close-ups, framing characters against open spaces to highlight their emotional isolation or personal struggle. These shots give a sense of vulnerability, whether it's Sam alone with the shield or Isaiah reflecting on his past. The visual composition invites the audience to not only see the character's emotional state, but also to feel it. Narrative vision. Ona's vision for the film is cohesive and clear, tying together both the superhero and the political elements of the narrative. His direction ensures that every part of the story, whether dealing with character growth, action, or political maneuvering, serves the larger theme of legacy, identity, and responsibility. The storytelling is purposefully constructed so that each beat in the plot carries weight, allowing the viewer to reflect on Sam's transformation while also considering the broader implications of his new role. The integration of emotional depth into the narrative is a key aspect of Ona's vision. He doesn't allow the film to simply function as another superhero spectacle. Instead, he uses Sam's journey as a metaphor for the struggles faced by marginalized individuals seeking recognition and power. By connecting Sam's personal story to wider societal issues, Ona ensures that the film resonates beyond its action, allowing the audience to ponder questions of leadership, justice, and societal responsibility. Conclusion. Julius Ona's direction of Captain America: Brave New World is a masterclass in balancing spectacle with substance. Through his attention to tone, mood, pacing, shot composition, and visual style, Ona crafts a film that feels both grand and intimate, heroic and human. His directorial choices allow the film to resonate deeply with audiences, ensuring that it is not only a memorable superhero story but a thought-provoking exploration of identity, legacy, and the complexities of leadership. In Captain America: Brave New World, the collaboration between director Julius Ona and cinematographer Kramer Morgenthau results in a visual narrative that significantly enhances the storytelling. The deliberate use of camera angles, lighting, and framing not only supports the plot, but also deepens character development and underscores thematic elements. Camera angles. The film employs a variety of camera angles to convey different perspectives and emotions. Low-angle shots are frequently used to portray Sam Wilson, emphasizing his authority and the weight of his new role as Captain America. These angles make him appear more imposing, reflecting his growing confidence and the respect he commands. Conversely, high-angle shots are utilized in scenes involving Thaddeus "Thunderbolt" Ross, especially in his capacity as president. These shots subtly suggest his overarching power and the surveillance-like scrutiny he imposes on others. This technique reinforces the theme of political oversight and control. Lighting. Lighting plays a crucial role in setting the film's tone and highlighting character states. In scenes where Sam grapples with self-doubt or reflects on his responsibilities, the lighting is subdued, casting soft shadows that mirror his introspective mood. This chiaroscuro effect emphasizes the internal conflict he experiences. In contrast, action sequences are brightly lit, with high-contrast lighting that accentuates the intensity and immediacy of combat. The use of dynamic lighting during these scenes not only enhances visual excitement but also symbolizes the clarity of purpose and determination in moments of action. Framing. Framing is meticulously crafted to convey relationships and thematic elements. In dialogues between Sam and Ross, the characters are often positioned at opposite ends of the frame, visually representing their ideological differences and the tension between them. Moreover, the film frequently uses tight framing during moments of personal revelation or vulnerability. Close-up shots of Sam's face allow the audience to connect deeply with his emotional journey, capturing subtle expressions that convey his internal struggles and resolve. Visually striking moments. One particularly striking scene involves Sam standing atop a building at dawn, contemplating the path ahead. The camera slowly zooms out, transitioning from a close-up to a wide shot that reveals the sprawling city below bathed in the soft morning light. This visual metaphor highlights his role as a guardian and the vast responsibilities he shoulders. Another memorable moment is the climactic battle between Sam and the Red Hulk in Washington, D.C. The cinematography here combines rapid cuts with sweeping camera movements, creating a sense of chaos and urgency. The interplay of shadows and light during this nocturnal battle adds to the tension, making the confrontation both visually and emotionally compelling. Atmosphere and tension. The cinematography excels in building atmosphere and tension throughout the film. In scenes depicting political intrigue, the use of tight, claustrophobic framing and dim lighting creates a sense of unease and suspicion. The audience feels the weight of the conspiracies and the stakes involved. In contrast, scenes showcasing camaraderie among the protagonists are shot with wider, more open framing and warmer lighting, fostering a sense of hope and unity. This deliberate contrast enhances the emotional resonance of the narrative, guiding the audience through the film's varying moods. In summary, the cinematography in Captain America: Brave New World is a masterclass in visual storytelling. Through strategic camera angles, lighting, and framing, the film not only tells a compelling story but also delves deep into character psychology and thematic exploration, creating a rich and immersive cinematic experience. In Captain America: Brave New World, the film's pacing and editing are meticulously crafted to ensure a seamless narrative flow that maintains audience engagement throughout its 118-minute runtime. Pacing and editing. The film's brisk pace is achieved through concise editing that balances action sequences with character development. The 118-minute runtime is notably shorter than previous Captain America films, suggesting a lean narrative focused on essential plot points and character arcs. Transitions between scenes are smooth, with the editing effectively guiding the audience through the story's progression. The rhythm of the film is carefully calibrated to prevent moments where the pacing feels either too rushed or too slow. This balance ensures that the narrative maintains its momentum, keeping viewers engaged without overwhelming them with excessive action or prolonged exposition. Rhythm and emotional impact. The film's rhythm significantly influences its emotional and narrative impact. By maintaining a steady pace, the editing allows for the development of character relationships and the unfolding of the central conflict without unnecessary delays. This approach ensures that emotional beats resonate effectively as the audience remains invested in the characters' journeys. In summary, the editing and pacing of Captain America: Brave New World are thoughtfully executed to create a cohesive and engaging viewing experience. The film's brisk pace, smooth transitions, and balanced rhythm contribute to its emotional depth and narrative effectiveness, ensuring that the story unfolds in a manner that captivates and maintains the audience's attention. In Captain America: Brave New World, the musical score, composed by Laura Cartman, plays a pivotal role in shaping the film's atmosphere and accentuating its emotional beats. Cartman's composition is both dynamic and nuanced, effectively complementing the narrative and enhancing the audience's engagement with the story. Enhancement of atmosphere and emotional beats. Cartman's score adeptly underscores the film's diverse settings and emotional landscapes. In scenes of political tension, the music employs a restrained, suspenseful tone, utilizing low-register strings and subtle percussion to mirror the gravity of governmental proceedings. This approach creates an undercurrent of unease, reflecting the complex dynamics at play. Conversely, during action sequences, the score becomes more assertive, with rapid tempos and bold brass sections that amplify the intensity of the on-screen events. This musical escalation heightens the stakes, immersing the audience in the urgency and peril faced by the characters. Standout compositions and recurring motifs. One of the standout elements of Cartman's score is the introduction of a new theme associated with Sam Wilson's Captain America. This motif blends elements of the traditional Captain America theme with contemporary rhythms, symbolizing the merging of legacy and modernity inherent in Sam's character. The theme recurs at pivotal moments, reinforcing Sam's evolving identity and leadership. Additionally, Cartman incorporates subtle musical callbacks to previous Captain America scores, honoring the franchise's musical heritage while establishing a distinct auditory identity for this installment. These recurring motifs serve to unify the film's narrative threads, providing a cohesive musical through line that resonates with the audience. Use of silence. Cartman strategically employs moments of silence or minimalistic scoring to profound effect. In scenes of personal reflection or emotional gravity, the absence of music allows the audience to focus entirely on the character's expressions and dialogue, enhancing the intimacy and impact of these moments. This deliberate restraint ensures that the score never overwhelms the narrative, but instead supports it, allowing for a more nuanced emotional experience. Integration with the narrative. The score seamlessly integrates with the film's narrative, enhancing the storytelling without drawing undue attention to itself. Cartman's compositions are carefully synchronized with the pacing and tone of each scene, ensuring that the music complements the visual elements and dialogue. This harmonious integration allows the score to bolster the film's emotional resonance and narrative cohesion effectively. Conclusion. Laura Cartman's musical score for Captain America: Brave New World significantly enriches the film's atmosphere and emotional depth. Through the use of dynamic compositions, recurring motifs, and strategic silence, the score enhances the storytelling without overpowering it. Cartman's work exemplifies the power of music to elevate cinematic narratives, providing an auditory experience that resonates with the film's themes and characters. Captain America: Brave New World 2025 explores a variety of deeper themes, many of which are inherently tied to the evolution of the character of Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, as well as the changing landscape of heroism in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. These themes often intersect with contemporary societal issues, reflecting the struggles and complexities of modern-day America. 1. Identity and legacy. At the core of the film is the theme of identity, not only Sam Wilson's personal journey but also the legacy of Captain America. Sam, as the new Captain America, wrestles with the weight of this mantle, which was once worn by Steve Rogers, a hero emblematic of a simpler, more patriotic era. The film explores Sam's struggle to define what it means to be Captain America in a world that has changed drastically since Rogers' time. The exploration of identity in this context speaks to the challenges of navigating one's personal legacy in a rapidly evolving society. Sam has to decide what kind of Captain America he wants to be and how he can honor the legacy of his predecessor while staying true to his own values and experiences as a black man in America. This theme is particularly significant as it taps into larger discussions about race, representation, and the challenges of embodying an iconic symbol of American ideals in a diverse, modern world. The film effectively communicates this message through Sam's inner conflict and his relationship with other characters like Bucky Barnes and his mentor, Steve Rogers, whose absence weighs heavily on the narrative. Sam's growth into his new role is both personal and public, reflecting the broader societal shift toward re-examining the symbols of power and heroism. 2. Patriotism and moral ambiguity. Another powerful theme explored in the film is patriotism, particularly the tension between personal ideals and national loyalty. Sam's version of Captain America is shaped by his deep love for his country, but also by the recognition that America, like all nations, has flaws, particularly in how it treats marginalized communities. This tension raises critical questions about the role of a hero in a world where the very country they fight for may not always align with the principles of justice or equality. The film doesn't shy away from critiquing the darker aspects of American history, including systemic racism, government corruption, and the complexities of military interventionism. These issues are addressed in a way that feels timely and relevant, especially as Sam confronts the notion of what it means to represent a nation that is still grappling with deep divisions. The themes of patriotism and moral ambiguity are explored without turning them into caricatures or overt political statements. Instead, the film presents a nuanced look at what it means to be a hero in a flawed world. 3. Power and responsibility. The film also revisits the long-standing superhero theme of power and responsibility, particularly in relation to Sam's evolution as Captain America. Sam inherits an immense amount of power, but he must learn how to wield it with wisdom and integrity. This theme is embodied in Sam's struggle to not only be a leader, but to also trust his instincts and make difficult choices when faced with moral dilemmas. One of the most powerful aspects of the film is how Sam's journey parallels the experience of ordinary individuals in positions of power, whether in the military, politics, or social movements. The film effectively questions the idea of what true leadership looks like in a world of divided opinions and clashing ideologies. Sam's choices often reflect a balance between compassion and duty, reinforcing the idea that true leadership is about making tough decisions in service of the greater good. 4. Social justice and equity. The film also incorporates a theme of social justice, particularly through the lens of Sam's role as a black man in a country that has a complicated relationship with race. This theme is explored both explicitly and subtly, as Sam's journey as Captain America underscores the importance of representation, equality, and the dismantling of systemic barriers. The film does not shy away from discussing racial dynamics, especially in relation to how Sam is perceived by the public and how the legacy of the first Captain America was tied to a time of racial exclusion. This theme plays a critical role in pushing the MCU to engage with real-world social issues, and while it is central to Sam's personal narrative, it also challenges viewers to think critically about how symbols like Captain America are interpreted in different cultural contexts. 5. The nature of heroism. Lastly, the film explores the broader concept of heroism itself, questioning what it means to be a hero in the 21st century. Sam's journey is not just about becoming Captain America. It's about redefining what heroism looks like in a world that increasingly demands heroes to be more accountable, more transparent, and more in tune with the realities of society. This exploration challenges traditional, singular notions of heroism, suggesting that being a hero today requires a deeper understanding of the complexities of the world and the willingness to adapt and grow. The film successfully navigates these ideas through Sam's personal evolution and his interactions with both new and old characters. By positioning Sam not just as a superhero, but as a person with flaws, doubts, and vulnerabilities, the film reinforces the idea that true heroism comes from embracing one's humanity rather than striving for perfection. Effectiveness of communication. In terms of how effectively these themes are communicated, the film strikes a strong balance between action-driven spectacle and deeper character exploration. The filmmakers succeed in integrating these ideas into the plot without making them feel forced. The character of Sam Wilson is particularly well-suited to carry these themes, as his journey is both relatable and aspirational. The film does an admirable job of grounding larger philosophical discussions in the personal stakes of Sam's growth, avoiding preachiness while still encouraging reflection. However, there is a risk that some of the themes, particularly those about race and systemic injustice, could be seen as overly simplistic or superficial if not handled with care. Fortunately, the film largely avoids this trap, thanks to strong performances, particularly from Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, whose emotional depth helps convey the gravity of the themes being explored. Thought-provoking ideas and lasting impression. The film leaves a lasting impression by presenting ideas that resonate beyond the screen. The exploration of identity, patriotism, power, and social justice challenges viewers to think about how heroism is defined in the real world and how figures of power must constantly evolve to meet the needs of a changing society. The most thought-provoking element is the idea that true heroism is not about perfection or adhering to an idealized version of the past, but rather about grappling with the realities of the present and striving to make meaningful change. Ultimately, Captain America: Brave New World is successful in balancing its superhero action with themes that provoke introspection and encourage discussion about contemporary issues, leaving audiences with much to reflect on long after the credits roll. In Captain America: Brave New World, the integration of visual effects plays a pivotal role in shaping the film's immersive experience. The MCU has always prided itself on pushing the boundaries of visual spectacle, and this film is no exception. However, the key to its success lies in how these effects blend with the world of the story, enhancing immersion without distracting from the narrative. Let's explore how visual effects function within the film and how they compare to practical effects, focusing on their impact on the audience's experience. Seamless integration of visual effects. Visual effects in Brave New World are used primarily to enhance action sequences and larger-than-life superhero moments, as well as to depict fantastical elements of the MCU that cannot be achieved through traditional methods. The result is a visually rich world that feels expansive and alive, particularly when showcasing Sam Wilson's transformation into Captain America and his interactions with advanced technology. The effects are seamlessly integrated into the film's world. For example, during intense combat scenes or high-flying action sequences, the digital effects are so well executed that they feel like a natural extension of the live action. The vibrancy of the battles, where Sam uses his shield in innovative ways, or the grandiose cityscapes and futuristic technology, never feel out of place. The filmmakers manage to ground the visual effects in a believable environment, making the MCU universe feel cohesive and immersive. A standout example is Sam's interaction with his new suit, designed to give him the agility and strength of a superhero. The digital effects that allow for rapid, fluid movements feel consistent with the physicality of the character. Whether he's soaring through the air or blocking powerful attacks, the visual effects never overshadow his physical presence. This balance makes the action sequences feel dynamic but grounded. The use of digital doubles, often in high-speed chases or aerial combat, allows the filmmakers to depict superhuman feats that would be impossible or impractical to perform with practical stunts alone. However, even in these moments, the effects serve to amplify the character's capabilities rather than pulling the audience out of the story. For example, when Sam is soaring through the skies in high-stakes missions, the gravity-defying movements are fluid enough that the audience buys into the experience without feeling like they've been transported into an animated world. The seamless nature of these effects ensures that the visual spectacle complements the emotional stakes of the narrative rather than detracting from them. Practical effects versus digital effects. While digital effects are certainly dominant in a film of this scale, Captain America: Brave New World also places a strong emphasis on practical effects, which helps maintain a sense of realism and authenticity. The film's blend of practical and digital effects is balanced in a way that enhances the immersive quality of the world, rather than overshadowing the human element of the characters. Practical effects are utilized effectively in the film's more intimate or grounded moments. For example, the scenes featuring physical combat between Sam and other characters, such as Bucky Barnes or antagonists, rely heavily on well-choreographed stunts and practical effects. These moments allow the audience to feel the weight of every punch, every shield throw, and every collision, providing a tactile sense of realism. The visceral impact of practical effects makes these sequences more grounded and emotionally resonant, as the audience can connect with the physicality of the characters. This is particularly important for Sam, whose journey is as much about personal growth and overcoming self-doubt as it is about taking on physical challenges. The use of practical sets and props also adds to the film's authenticity. For instance, the interiors of government buildings or the environments of everyday life in the MCU feel real and lived in. The tangible nature of these sets helps create a sense of immersion that complements the digital effects. The juxtaposition of both practical and digital elements serves to remind the audience that even in a superhero world, the characters and their surroundings are still part of a recognizable reality. Digital effects, enhancing immersion. The digital effects in Brave New World shine particularly in scenes that involve larger-than-life scenarios, such as aerial battles or futuristic landscapes. These sequences are often set against grand backdrops, towering skyscrapers, bustling city streets, or sprawling battlefields, where digital effects are essential to create a sense of scale and scope. For example, the sky-high confrontations between Sam and the film's antagonists are enhanced by digital effects that allow for rapid, gravity-defying movements, providing viewers with an exhilarating, cinematic experience that only modern digital technology can achieve. In these grander, high-flying action scenes, digital effects do a lot of the heavy lifting. The fluidity of Sam's shield throws, the airborne maneuvers, and the visual depiction of energy blasts or explosions all demonstrate the strengths of the visual effects team. They are used not to overwhelm the story but to heighten the stakes and add a sense of danger and wonder to the action. The ability to seamlessly blend real actors with CGI environments ensures that the audience remains immersed, rather than distracted by the technology behind the spectacle. Moreover, the digital work is enhanced by the film's attention to detail, including realistic lighting and textures that make digital effects feel grounded. When characters fly through the air or perform stunts, the digital elements, such as the environmental destruction or the digital enhancements to their movements, are complemented by meticulous attention to how light interacts with the digital environment, making the visuals feel integral to the world rather than artificially imposed. Impact on immersion. One of the most important aspects of Captain America: Brave New World is how it strikes a balance between spectacle and narrative. The visual effects enhance immersion by staying true to the world established in previous films, while still allowing for the larger-than-life heroics that come with the title of Captain America. While digital effects are essential for the superpowered elements, they are never the sole focus. Instead, they are carefully woven into the story, serving to enhance the action and emotion without distracting from the character-driven aspects of the narrative. The integration of practical effects, such as the grounded combat choreography and the detailed sets, helps maintain a connection to the physical world, which keeps the emotional stakes of Sam's journey front and center. The contrast between digital and practical effects highlights the filmmaker's ability to maintain a sense of realism even within a fantastical superhero narrative, ensuring that the film never veers too far into an unrealistic or overly fantastical realm. Conclusion: natural blend of effects. In the end, Captain America: Brave New World succeeds in blending visual effects naturally into the fabric of the film's world. The digital effects are carefully designed to enhance immersion rather than detract from it, and practical effects are strategically used to maintain a tactile realism that strengthens the film's emotional core. Together, they form a cohesive visual language that feels organic to the MCU, supporting both the action-heavy spectacle and the character-driven moments that give the film its heart. The execution of both practical and digital effects elevates the storytelling, ensuring that the audience remains fully engaged in the world of Sam Wilson's Captain America. In Captain America: Brave New World, the settings, props, and production design work cohesively to create a rich, believable world that feels both grounded in the real world and expansive enough to accommodate the superhero spectacle of the MCU. The production design plays a crucial role in ensuring that the film's universe is not only visually compelling but also adds depth to the story and the characters, enhancing the narrative's emotional stakes. Setting the stage, establishing a real-world foundation. The film's settings are carefully crafted to evoke a sense of realism, while also accommodating the larger-than-life elements associated with superhero storytelling. From the bustling cityscapes to the quiet, intimate moments in Sam Wilson's home or his community, the locations feel lived in and authentic, grounding the audience in the present day. Urban environments. Cities, particularly places like Washington, D.C. or New York, provide an immediate connection to the real world. The film uses these urban settings to emphasize the contrast between the ordinary and the extraordinary, with familiar landmarks or everyday locations becoming the backdrop for extraordinary events. The inclusion of key governmental buildings, such as the White House or Capitol Hill, alongside sleek, high-tech facilities that serve as the base for various superhero activities, helps create a sense of a world that is simultaneously recognizably ours and part of the expansive MCU. These locations are visually compelling because they juxtapose the familiar against the surreal, allowing the audience to immerse themselves in a world where the fantastic feels like a natural extension of the real. Sam's home and community. A key element of the film's production design is how it reflects Sam Wilson's personal journey. His home, in particular, is designed to reflect his character. Modest, warm, and filled with a deep sense of community. The setting of his home and the surrounding neighborhood plays a significant role in humanizing Sam, showing him as someone connected to the everyday world, struggling to balance personal life with his responsibility as Captain America. This setting gives emotional weight to the story, particularly when Sam grapples with the personal cost of becoming a symbol for a divided nation. Props, strengthening characterization and themes. The props in Captain America: Brave New World are thoughtfully designed to reinforce the characters' arcs and the film's larger themes. The most notable prop, of course, is the iconic shield, which is not only a physical object but a symbol of the legacy Sam inherits. The shield itself undergoes visual changes to reflect Sam's evolution as Captain America, adding layers of significance to it beyond its traditional use as a weapon. The film places great emphasis on the shield's connection to the ideals that Sam is grappling with: duty, justice, and patriotism. It is an enduring symbol that anchors the film's visual storytelling. Sam's new suit. The design of Sam's new Captain America suit also plays a critical role in how the film presents him as a hero. The updated suit is a mix of practicality and symbolism, with a sleek design that incorporates elements of the classic Captain America look while introducing new technology to reflect the evolving nature of heroism. The suit's color scheme, which combines the stars and stripes with a modern, tactical appearance, emphasizes the tension between honoring tradition and adapting to the present day. This visual blend complements the theme of Sam trying to find his place within the legacy of Captain America while forging his own identity as a hero. Villainous props. On the antagonist side, props such as weapons, technology, and even the vehicles used by the villains are meticulously designed to create a distinct contrast between Sam's values and those of the film's threats. These props serve to visually reinforce the danger Sam faces and heighten the stakes of the story. Production design. Crafting a world of contrast. The production design in Brave New World is key in establishing a world that is both expansive and immersive, and it does so through a mix of high-tech environments, natural settings, and dystopian elements. High-tech facilities and military bases. The sleek, futuristic designs of the high-tech facilities and military bases evoke a sense of cutting-edge technology, often reflecting the underlying themes of power and responsibility. These locations serve as places of both potential and danger, where government agencies and private sectors attempt to control or manipulate the forces at play in the story. The cool, metallic, and clean aesthetic of these locations creates a visual contrast to the warmth and human-centered design of places like Sam's home or his community, symbolizing the tension between human values and institutionalized power. The contrast of nature and technology. A particularly striking aspect of the film's production design is the contrast between natural settings, such as expansive landscapes or quieter, more personal environments, and the high-tech world that Sam navigates as Captain America. For example, during pivotal moments of introspection, Sam is often placed in outdoor, open spaces that give a sense of freedom and reflection. This balance between nature and technology not only creates visually compelling settings but also underscores the internal conflict Sam experiences. His moments of vulnerability are often set against more grounded, natural backdrops, while the moments of heroism take place in high-tech or urban settings, emphasizing the tension between the two worlds he inhabits. Locations that add depth to the story. The various locations within Brave New World do more than just serve as backdrops for action sequences. They enrich the story by providing context for the characters' struggles, motivations, and growth. Washington, D.C. and political settings. The inclusion of Washington, D.C. as a central location, with its powerful political buildings, not only anchors the story in a real-world political context but also serves as a battleground for the ideological conflict at the heart of the film. These settings emphasize the political stakes of Sam's journey, as he is not only fighting physical battles but also dealing with the complexities of representing a nation with diverse ideals. The grandeur of the Capitol and the somber, imposing nature of government buildings contrast with the personal stakes Sam faces, highlighting his internal conflict about what it means to be a symbol of national pride. Rural locations and quiet moments. The film also contrasts urban, high-energy action sequences with more reflective, intimate moments in rural or quieter settings. These locations, such as Sam's hometown or the backyards and community spaces he shares with friends and family, help humanize the story. They anchor Sam's struggles in the real world, reinforcing the idea that heroism doesn't just happen in grand battles or government halls, but in everyday interactions and personal decisions. This contrast deepens the emotional impact of the narrative, showing that even in a world filled with larger-than-life battles, the most significant decisions are often made in smaller, quieter moments. Visual compelling aspects of locations. The settings and production design in Brave New World are not only functional but also visually stunning. The visual elements are carefully chosen to reflect the tone of the film, from the sleek, shiny technology of government installations to the earthy, organic textures of Sam's personal spaces. The designs of the locations are dynamic, providing both a visual feast for the eyes and a meaningful backdrop to the narrative. The attention to detail in the production design is evident in how each location tells a story on its own. Whether it's the gleaming tech of a futuristic lab or the worn-down, more personal spaces in Sam's life, every setting serves to deepen the audience's understanding of the world Sam is navigating. The environments feel authentic, whether they're depicting real-world locations or fictional spaces, creating a sense of immersion that allows the audience to become fully invested in the stakes of the film. Conclusion: a believable, visually rich world. In Captain America: Brave New World, the settings, props, and production design work together to craft a world that feels both expansive and grounded in reality. The locations add depth to the story by reflecting the character's struggles, particularly Sam's journey as the new Captain America. Whether it's through high-tech facilities, intimate homes, or grand political settings, the production design adds layers of meaning to the film, making it visually compelling while reinforcing the emotional and thematic undercurrents. The attention to detail in both the big and small elements of the design helps create a world that feels rich and believable, drawing the audience deeper into Sam Wilson's story. In Captain America: Brave New World, the dialogue serves as a key tool for both developing character and advancing the film's deeper themes. The script balances moments of sharp wit, emotional depth, and impactful writing, making the dialogue engaging and memorable throughout the film. By offering clever exchanges and poignant moments, the screenplay not only enhances character development but also elevates the emotional stakes of the story, ensuring that the words spoken by the characters are not only impactful in the moment but linger with the audience long after the credits roll. Engagement and natural flow. The dialogue in Brave New World is natural, with a flow that reflects the personalities of its characters. Sam Wilson's character, portrayed by Anthony Mackie, is defined by a combination of warmth, wit, and sincerity. The script allows Mackie to bring these qualities to the forefront, delivering lines with a tone that feels genuine and true to his character's emotional journey. This authenticity helps the audience connect with Sam's inner conflict, particularly as he struggles to accept his new role as Captain America. In conversations with other key characters like Bucky Barnes or new allies, the dialogue feels like a continuation of the relationships established in previous films. The rapport between Sam and Bucky, in particular, is well-crafted, with a healthy mix of humor and underlying tension. Their back and forth is often laced with a dry, sardonic wit, which adds layers to their bond. Sam's ability to disarm others with humor while still dealing with serious personal challenges is one of the highlights of the script, offering a compelling mix of vulnerability and strength. In contrast, characters like the film's antagonists or political figures often use dialogue that is more rigid, cold, and calculated. This juxtaposition highlights the differences between Sam's personal approach to heroism and the often impersonal nature of power. The sharpness and sincerity of Sam's dialogue stand out in contrast to the more mechanized way in which others communicate, emphasizing the heart at the center of his character. Moments of sharp wit. The script's sharp wit is another standout element. Sam, as Captain America, isn't just a symbol of strength and justice. He's also a character who understands the power of humor and levity, even in dark moments. The wit in the film often arises during Sam's interactions with Bucky, where their back-and-forth banter provides much-needed comic relief amidst the more intense or emotional scenes. Their exchanges, filled with quick comebacks and jabs, never feel out of place. Rather, they serve to ground the characters in their friendship and mutual respect, which makes their eventual serious moments hit harder. For instance, during a scene where Bucky and Sam are in the middle of a tense situation, Sam cracks a joke to break the ice, only to have Bucky respond with a deadpan remark. It's a dynamic that's lighthearted but also grounded in their long-standing relationship. These moments of humor not only provide entertainment but also help to define Sam's leadership style, showing that he can maintain his sense of humor even while shouldering immense responsibility. This sharp wit adds a layer of personality to the film, preventing it from becoming too heavy-handed and ensuring that the pacing remains engaging. Moreover, the dialogue doesn't shy away from using humor to critique the broader superhero genre itself. There are moments when characters discuss the absurdity of their situation. Heroes fighting impossible odds with impossibly advanced technology. These moments are clever and self-aware, making them all the more enjoyable for the audience who is familiar with the typical superhero tropes. The script's ability to embrace the ridiculousness of superhero life, while still treating the story seriously, creates an intriguing balance that keeps the dialogue from ever feeling too stiff or overly formal. Emotional weight. Beyond the humor, Brave New World also contains plenty of dialogue with emotional weight. Sam's internal conflict about taking on the mantle of Captain America is conveyed through quieter, more introspective conversations with characters like Bucky and his family. These moments are powerful because they delve into Sam's vulnerability, exploring themes of responsibility, legacy, and identity. A pivotal scene sees Sam having a heartfelt conversation with his sister, Sarah, where they discuss the challenges he faces as both a black man in America and as a hero who must live up to an iconic symbol. The vulnerability in Sam's voice, paired with Sarah's words of support, gives these moments significant emotional resonance. The dialogue here is raw, honest, and resonant with the film's broader themes of race and identity. Sam's fears about how he will be perceived as Captain America and whether he can live up to the expectations placed upon him are expressed with a sense of deep authenticity. Similarly, Sam's interactions with Bucky carry emotional weight, especially as they explore their shared trauma and history. One particularly moving moment comes when Bucky acknowledges the burden Sam carries, expressing admiration for his ability to rise above the pressure. The quiet sincerity in these exchanges makes the film's emotional stakes feel grounded in the personal journeys of the characters, as opposed to just the large-scale battle for justice. Standout lines. There are several standout lines in Captain America: Brave New World that encapsulate the film's themes of responsibility, legacy, and the redefining of heroism. One of the most memorable lines comes during a conversation between Sam and Bucky, where Sam, still grappling with his new role, says, "The shield isn't just a symbol, it's a promise. And I'm here to make sure we keep that promise, no matter what it takes." This line crystallizes Sam's internal conflict and commitment to honor the legacy of Captain America, while also forging his own path. It emphasizes his understanding of what the shield represents, not just a tool for fighting, but a pledge to uphold the ideals of justice, equality, and protection for all. The gravity with which Sam delivers this line resonates not just as a declaration of his role as a superhero, but as a deeper reflection on his responsibilities as a black man tasked with taking on an iconic symbol fraught with history and expectation. Another standout line that defines the film comes near the climax, when Sam delivers a motivational speech to the people around him in a moment of crisis. He declares, "We don't have to be perfect to fight for what's right. We just have to show up." This line encapsulates the film's core message, that heroism is about showing up, making the right choices in difficult moments, and striving to do what's best for others, even when the odds are stacked against you. The simplicity of the line, combined with its profound impact, showcases how the script effectively conveys themes of responsibility, courage, and personal growth without overcomplicating the message. Conclusion: engaging, natural, and impactful dialogue. The dialogue in Captain America: Brave New World is engaging, natural, and memorable, striking a balance between sharp wit, emotional depth, and impactful writing. The film script not only provides plenty of moments for humor and levity, but also allows for profound exploration of the themes that define Sam Wilson's journey. Through well-crafted lines, particularly those that underscore Sam's personal growth and the weight of the legacy he inherits, the dialogue resonates deeply with the audience. Standout lines are not just quotable. They define the film's essence, offering powerful insights into the characters and the world they inhabit. Ultimately, the dialogue enhances the narrative, adding both depth and heart to the story, making Captain America: Brave New World a rich and compelling cinematic experience. Captain America: Brave New World both follows and subverts genre conventions, offering a fresh perspective on the superhero genre while also embracing some of its established tropes. The film doesn't shy away from the action and spectacle that audiences expect from a Marvel movie, but also introduces thought-provoking themes and character-driven moments that elevate it beyond the typical superhero fare. This balance of familiar elements and new ideas allows the film to both respect genre conventions and challenge the audience's expectations in meaningful ways. Following genre conventions: superhero action, spectacle, and legacy. Like most superhero films, Brave New World features high-octane action sequences, larger-than-life stakes, and an overarching battle between good and evil. The film doesn't stray from the core conventions of the superhero genre, There are epic fight scenes, flashy special effects, and a charismatic hero who must confront personal challenges while saving the world. These elements are integral to its identity as a Marvel movie, and the film successfully delivers in this department, offering numerous well-choreographed action sequences that keep the audience engaged and invested. Sam Wilson's journey as the new Captain America also ties into the genre's staple theme of legacy. The film grapples with the weight of carrying the mantle of an iconic hero, exploring the burden and responsibility that come with it. This is a well-worn narrative thread in superhero films, particularly in the MCU, where characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Thor have all had to confront the expectations that come with their superhero identities. Sam's journey is no different in that regard, but it also brings a refreshing personal angle that resonates with contemporary issues, particularly race and identity in America. The film thus explores the familiar superhero trope of a character struggling to live up to the legacy of those who came before, but does so in a way that feels timely and relevant to modern audiences. Additionally, the film maintains the genre's penchant for global threats, with high-stakes conflict and world-altering implications. The suspense of whether Sam will rise to the occasion as Captain America or falter under the immense pressure is a central part of the narrative, keeping the stakes high and giving audiences the tension they expect from superhero films. Subverting genre conventions, challenging heroism and identity. Where Captain America, Brave New World truly subverts genre conventions is in its deeper exploration of identity and heroism. While the genre often centers on physical feats, powerful antagonists, and battles that destroy cities or affect global politics, this film makes a bold move in reflecting on the personal, emotional, and political aspects of being a hero. The film's central character, Sam Wilson, is not just tasked with saving the world, but with reconciling his identity as a black man in America with the symbolic weight of becoming Captain America. In a genre where characters like Steve Rogers are often depicted as symbols of idealized, patriotic heroism, Sam's journey introduces a critical exploration of what it means to wear the shield in today's world. His internal struggle between honoring the legacy of the previous Captain America and forging his own identity is a subversion of the typical rise-to-the-occasion narrative seen in many superhero films. This thematic depth introduces fresh ideas into the genre by focusing not just on what Sam can do physically as Captain America, but on what it means for him as a black man to take on a role historically associated with white American ideals. The exploration of race, legacy, and representation in this context feels timely and relevant, adding layers of social commentary to a superhero story that might otherwise be considered formulaic. This focus on Sam's emotional journey, as opposed to just his physical battles, challenges the more traditional action-heavy, plot-driven stories typically found in the genre. By weaving these elements together, the film subverts expectations and presents a new kind of superhero narrative, one that isn't just about saving the day but about redefining what heroism looks like in a modern world. Fresh ideas, a more personal, grounded approach. Another fresh aspect of Brave New World is how it introduces more personal, human-centered moments amid the spectacle. While superhero films often focus on grand, world-changing events, Brave New World spends significant time focusing on Sam's relationships with those closest to him, his family, his friends, and his fellow Avengers. The connection between Sam and his sister Sarah, as well as the complex dynamic between Sam and Bucky, adds emotional weight to the story that makes it stand out from the usual high-stakes action. These quieter, more intimate moments allow the audience to connect with the characters on a deeper level, making their struggles and victories feel more earned and relatable. By grounding the story in personal stakes and emotional growth, the film also subverts the genre's reliance on constant action. The pacing allows for slow-burn character development, particularly for Sam, who must grapple with questions of identity and self-worth before he can truly embrace his role as Captain America. This character-driven approach offers a refreshing break from the more typical fast-paced, action-first superhero narratives that often dominate the genre, balancing action, suspense, humor, and drama. The film strikes a delicate balance between the various tonal elements that define superhero movies: action, suspense, humor, and drama. The action sequences are thrilling and well executed, with Sam's superhero abilities and his shield-throwing techniques on full display. These moments are tightly choreographed and visually stunning, offering the kind of action spectacle audiences expect from a Marvel film. There's a particular emphasis on aerial combat, given Sam's wingsuit, which adds a unique visual element to the action and sets it apart from typical ground-based battles. Suspense is also effectively woven into the narrative, particularly when Sam faces challenges that test both his physical and moral limits. The tension builds not only from external threats, but from the internal conflicts Sam experiences as he learns to navigate the responsibilities that come with being Captain America. The film plays with the suspense of whether Sam will succeed in reconciling his personal beliefs with his role as a national symbol. Humor plays an important role as well, particularly in the interactions between Sam and Bucky. Their banter provides moments of levity in what could otherwise be an emotionally heavy story. The humor helps to break up the tension and keeps the audience engaged, allowing for lighter moments that also reinforce the bonds between characters. These comedic exchanges are not forced but feel natural within the context of their long-standing friendship. Additionally, Sam's sense of humor makes him a more relatable and likable character, ensuring that even in the face of adversity, the film maintains a sense of warmth. When it comes to drama, the film's exploration of Sam's emotional and moral dilemmas adds depth to the genre. The stakes are not just physical but emotional and political, especially as Sam grapples with questions of race, legacy, and identity. The film doesn't shy away from these weighty themes, and the emotional moments are allowed to breathe. There is real dramatic tension, particularly when Sam faces moments of self-doubt, or when he has difficult conversations with characters like Sarah or Bucky. These moments are crucial for grounding the film in real-world issues and making the superhero genre feel more relatable and meaningful. Conclusion: a balanced subversion and respect for genre. Captain America: Brave New World successfully follows many of the established conventions of the superhero genre, while also subverting and reshaping them. It brings fresh ideas to the table, particularly through its nuanced exploration of race, identity, and heroism, which offers a deeper, more reflective take on what it means to be a superhero. By balancing action, suspense, humor, and drama with a focus on character development, the film feels both familiar and innovative. It introduces a more personal, human-centered narrative while still delivering the high-energy action sequences that Marvel fans expect. In doing so, the film presents a thoughtful, multidimensional vision of superheroism that feels both timely and timeless. Captain America: Brave New World deftly incorporates contemporary issues, politics, and culture into its narrative, making bold and timely statements about race, identity, legacy, and the responsibilities of being a hero in the modern world. These themes are woven into the fabric of the film in ways that feel organic and meaningful, rather than heavy-handed or forced. The film engages with sensitive and complex topics, particularly those surrounding race and representation, with nuance and emotional depth, using Sam Wilson's journey as a lens through which these issues are explored. A statement on race and identity. One of the most significant and timely issues addressed in the film is race, specifically how Sam Wilson, as a black man, must navigate the legacy of Captain America, a symbol historically associated with white American ideals. Brave New World doesn't shy away from exploring the complexity of Sam's role as the new Captain America, allowing him to confront the duality of representing a symbol that has traditionally been linked to an image of idealized, often exclusionary, American patriotism. The film uses Sam's internal struggle, his reluctance to fully embrace the mantle of Captain America, despite his readiness to fight for justice, as a way to comment on how Black Americans have often been marginalized in representations of national pride and heroism. Through conversations with his family, particularly his sister Sarah, and his interactions with Bucky, Sam reflects on what it means to wear the shield not just as a superhero, but as a person of color. These moments are profoundly important, as they allow the film to address the emotional and social challenges Sam faces in stepping into this role. The script doesn't shy away from the discomfort or doubt Sam feels about being perceived as a legitimate symbol of American heroism, making his eventual acceptance of the role a powerful statement about self-empowerment, redefining legacy, and the struggle to make one's own identity in a world that often tries to define it for you. The film does not offer simple answers to these questions, but instead invites the audience to reflect on these complex issues. By doing so, it avoids the trap of coming across as didactic. The dialogue between Sam and his family, as well as his moments of personal reflection, highlight the emotional weight that comes with his decision to step into the shoes of Captain America, a role historically seen as reserved for someone who represents an idealized vision of America that hasn't always been inclusive of people like Sam. This exploration of race is handled with care, allowing for depth and emotional resonance without feeling forced into the narrative. Legacy and patriotism, a reflection on American ideals. The theme of legacy is also central to the film, and it intersects with the broader conversation about race and representation. Sam's struggle is not only about being the new Captain America, but also about what the legacy of the character represents in a changing America. The film uses the shield as a powerful symbol that is both unifying and divisive. It represents the best of American ideals, freedom, justice, and protection, but also the history of exclusion, war, and violence. Sam's reluctance to fully embrace this symbol until he makes peace with its complexity makes a subtle yet significant statement about how public figures, especially symbols like Captain America, are shaped by the legacies of those who came before them. The film doesn't shy away from the tensions within American politics and culture, using the broader world of the MCU to reflect these issues. The governmental structures and political figures in the film, often portrayed as cold and calculating, stand in contrast to Sam's more human-centered, community-driven vision of what it means to be a hero. These political figures, though not overly villainized, represent the more institutionalized, impersonal aspects of heroism, the kind of heroism that's more about maintaining control and less about moral clarity. This contrast speaks to the political climate of the real world, where figures in power are often seen as more concerned with their own agendas than with addressing the needs of the people they serve. The film's treatment of these issues feels authentic and not forced, as it naturally emerges from Sam's journey. The questioning of legacy, patriotism, and identity is central to the emotional core of the story and is reflected in Sam's decisions. His evolution from reluctance to acceptance of his role as Captain America feels earned because it is grounded in real-world struggles over what it means to represent a nation, especially when that nation has historically marginalized people of color. Handling sensitive topics, navigating race and heroism. The film handles the sensitive topics of race, identity, and heroism with a surprising amount of nuance and empathy. Rather than offering easy solutions or oversimplifying these issues, Brave New World takes a thoughtful approach that encourages audiences to reflect on these topics. For instance, in a particularly emotional scene between Sam and Sarah, Sam questions whether he can truly be the hero the country needs. He grapples with the weight of history and what it means to take on the mantle of Captain America when the world isn't always ready to accept someone like him in that role. Sarah's response to Sam, in which she acknowledges the immense pressure he faces but encourages him to embrace his power, is a powerful moment that speaks to the strength of familial support and the importance of self-acceptance. The film also explores how Sam's heroism extends beyond physical battles. He uses his platform and the symbol of the shield to challenge the status quo and push for a more inclusive vision of what it means to be an American hero. His struggles are not just internal but also public, as he must navigate how he is perceived by others, both by the people who expect him to be a traditional Captain America and by those who see him as a symbol of change. The film effectively shows how Sam's role as Captain America is both personal and political, reflecting the ways in which heroism can be shaped by the culture and politics of the time. This exploration of race and heroism is particularly poignant in the context of the MCU, which has often been criticized for a lack of diverse representation at the forefront of its narratives. Sam's journey reflects a larger cultural conversation about representation in media and the importance of seeing diverse heroes in positions of power. The film does not shy away from the complexities of this conversation, but instead uses Sam's evolution as Captain America to explore these issues in a way that feels both fresh and necessary. Culture and politics. Subtle commentary on institutional power. The film also offers a subtle critique of institutional power and its disconnect from the people it is supposed to serve. The political landscape in Brave New World is portrayed as a realm where power, bureaucracy, and control take precedence over human connection and understanding. The way government figures and institutions attempt to control or manipulate the role of Captain America mirrors real-world critiques of government overreach and the struggle for justice in a system that often prioritizes power over people. This critique is not heavy-handed, but it adds a layer of social commentary to the story. Sam's decision to embrace his role as Captain America despite these institutional forces speaks to the power of individual action and the importance of standing up for one's values in the face of adversity. It's a call for reform within a system that often fails to represent the people it governs, which aligns with the broader themes of social change and progress that the film touches on. Conclusion: thoughtful and effective engagement with contemporary issues. In Captain America: Brave New World, the film makes a bold and effective statement on contemporary issues, particularly around race, identity, and heroism. It handles these themes with sensitivity and depth, weaving them into the narrative in a way that feels natural and integral to Sam Wilson's journey. The film doesn't simply use these topics as a backdrop for action. It uses them to challenge the traditional ideas of heroism, making the character's emotional and moral growth the heart of the story. By tackling complex and sensitive issues, the film succeeds in offering a fresh perspective on what it means to be a hero in today's world, without resorting to cliches or oversimplified answers. The themes are handled thoughtfully, and their integration into the story feels authentic and purposeful, ensuring that Brave New World stands as both a thrilling superhero tale and a timely cultural commentary. Captain America: Brave New World is a film that emotionally resonates with its audience on multiple levels. Through a combination of deeply personal character arcs, thought-provoking themes, and moments of high-stakes action, the film elicits a wide range of emotional reactions, including laughter, tears, excitement, and shock. The script and direction create a narrative that not only entertains but also invites reflection, making it a film that lingers in the mind long after the credits roll. Emotional resonance: connecting with the audience. At its core, the film centers on Sam Wilson's journey of self-discovery and the weight of stepping into the role of Captain America. Sam's internal struggle, balancing the expectations placed on him, particularly as a black man inheriting a symbol of American patriotism, forms the emotional backbone of the story. His personal growth and the powerful decisions he makes create an emotional arc that resonates deeply with the audience. Sam's journey is not just about physical battles against external enemies, but about overcoming internal conflicts, questioning his worthiness, and ultimately embracing his new identity. This emotional depth hits hard at key moments, particularly during quieter scenes of reflection with his family and close allies. For example, one emotionally charged moment occurs when Sam has a heartfelt conversation with his sister Sarah. As they discuss the legacy of Captain America and the personal sacrifices Sam must make, the weight of their shared history is palpable. Sarah's support for her brother, combined with her acknowledgement of the struggles he faces, creates a moment of emotional release that tugs at the heartstrings. This scene invites the audience to reflect on their own familial relationships and the power of support when dealing with personal growth and identity. Moreover, Sam's relationship with Bucky Barnes also provides moments of emotional depth. The two characters, who have shared significant trauma and history, develop a meaningful friendship throughout the film. Their exchanges, which are a blend of humor, camaraderie, and heartfelt moments, create a sense of genuine emotional connection. In one particular scene where Bucky expresses admiration for Sam's ability to carry the weight of the Captain America legacy, the emotional sincerity of the moment feels earned and carries significant impact. These interactions invite the audience to emotionally invest in the character's growth, not just as superheroes, but as people navigating complex personal journeys. Laughter, moments of levity and humor. While the film's emotional depth is undeniable, it also effectively balances these moments with humor. The witty banter between Sam and Bucky offers much-needed levity in the midst of the film's more intense moments. Their interactions are often lighthearted, with Sam's sense of humor serving as a defense mechanism against the immense pressure he faces. These exchanges provide comedic relief without undercutting the emotional stakes of the film. A standout moment of humor comes during a scene where Sam and Bucky find themselves in a precarious situation, but instead of succumbing to tension, Sam cracks a well-timed joke, breaking the ice. Bucky's deadpan response and the subsequent back-and-forth highlights their growing camaraderie. The humor here feels organic, as it flows naturally from their established relationship, and it provides the audience with a welcome reprieve from the emotional intensity. Additionally, the film plays with some classic superhero tropes and cliches, using humor to both subvert and acknowledge them. This self-awareness allows the film to comment on the absurdity of some aspects of superhero life, like dealing with endless battles and impossible odds, while also celebrating the genre's long-standing appeal. These moments of wit are not only fun but also help to deepen the characters, showing that even in a world of extraordinary challenges, they remain grounded in their humanity. Excitement and thrills, high-stakes action and suspense. On the flip side, Brave New World delivers thrilling action sequences that keep the audience on the edge of their seats. Sam's abilities as the new Captain America, combined with his wingsuit, bring a dynamic element to the action, particularly during aerial combat scenes. These sequences are visually stunning and highly engaging, offering both spectacle and excitement. The choreography is tight, and the stakes are high, with the fate of the world often hanging in the balance. The action is skillfully balanced with emotional beats, ensuring that the audience is not just watching a series of fight scenes, but is invested in the characters' journeys during these moments. One particularly intense sequence involves a confrontation between Sam and the film's main antagonist. The suspense is palpable as Sam faces an impossible situation, but his determination and resourcefulness allow him to overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. This is a classic hero's triumph moment that delivers both excitement and a sense of relief. The sheer exhilaration of watching Sam embrace his new role as Captain America, while overcoming his doubts and fears, creates a thrilling sense of satisfaction for the audience. Tears, moments of heartfelt emotion. Tears are an inevitable response to some of the film's most emotionally charged moments. The film doesn't shy away from confronting difficult emotional realities, and the weight of Sam's journey often comes to the forefront during pivotal, tear-jerking moments. One such scene involves Sam's quiet acceptance of his role as Captain America after struggling with his fears and doubts. The culmination of his journey, where he finally embraces the mantle with confidence and understanding, is a deeply moving moment. This decision isn't just about physical strength. It's about owning his identity and using his position to forge a new path forward, both for himself and for others. Another heart-wrenching moment occurs when Sam stands before the American people, delivering a speech about the ideals he now represents. The weight of history and the struggles of Black Americans are felt in this moment, as Sam's words resonate with both hope and the recognition of the challenges ahead. The combination of his personal growth and the historical significance of the moment creates a sense of emotional release that resonates with anyone who has ever felt burdened by the expectations of others or struggled with finding their place in the world. Shock and awe, twists and unexpected turns. The film also delivers moments of shock and awe, particularly in its action sequences and plot twists. While not overly reliant on unexpected twists, the film still surprises the audience with well-timed reveals that add complexity to the narrative. These moments create excitement and a sense of unpredictability, especially as Sam faces challenges that force him to rethink his approach to being a hero. Whether it's an unexpected betrayal or a hidden truth about the antagonist's motivations, these plot twists add a layer of suspense that keeps the audience engaged and invested in the unfolding drama, inviting discussion and deep reflection. Perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of Brave New World is how it invites discussion and reflection. The film raises complex questions about heroism, identity, race, and legacy, issues that are both relevant in the context of the MCU and in the real world. Sam's struggle to reconcile his role as Captain America with his personal identity invites deep reflection on what it means to be a hero in today's world, and whether the ideals embodied by iconic symbols like Captain America are still valid in a modern, diverse society. The themes of legacy, representation, and personal sacrifice also provide plenty of material for discussion. The film explores what it means to inherit a legacy, particularly one fraught with historical implications, and how those who follow can redefine or reshape that legacy in their own image. Audiences may find themselves debating the meaning of heroism, the political and cultural implications of Sam's journey, and the challenges that come with being a symbol in an imperfect world. These discussions are likely to inspire repeat viewings, as audiences return to the film to explore the nuances of Sam's journey and the deeper themes woven throughout the narrative. Whether through revisiting key emotional moments, analyzing the political subtext, or simply enjoying the thrilling action, Brave New World has the kind of depth that encourages further engagement with its story. Conclusion: a film that sticks with you. Captain America: Brave New World is a film that emotionally resonates on a profound level, offering moments that elicit laughter, tears, excitement, and shock. Through its exploration of identity, race, and heroism, the film connects with its audience not just through action but through its thoughtful character development and emotional depth. The film invites discussion, repeat viewings, and deep reflection, ensuring that its impact extends far beyond the theater. Whether you are moved by the heartfelt moments between Sam and his family, thrilled by the action sequences, or inspired by Sam's journey of self-discovery, Brave New World leaves a lasting emotional impression that will continue to resonate with audiences long after they leave the cinema. Captain America: Brave New World saw a significant investment in both its budget and production values, aligning its financial resources with a high level of production quality. As is typical with major Marvel films, the budget was substantial, allowing for top-tier visual effects, large-scale action sequences, high-profile cast members, and extensive marketing campaigns. The film's production quality, from the crisp and immersive visual effects to the elaborate set designs and costuming, was on par with what audiences expect from blockbuster superhero films, particularly within the MCU. Budget and production quality. The film's budget, which is consistent with other Marvel blockbusters, was allocated to ensure that both the spectacular action sequences and the emotionally charged character-driven moments were executed with equal care. The visual effects, particularly in the film's action-heavy scenes, were designed to enhance immersion and bring the world of Captain America into sharp, vibrant focus. The aerial combat sequences, enabled by Sam Wilson's wingsuit and the advanced use of CGI, were both dynamic and visually stunning, highlighting the film's commitment to maintaining high production values. The intricate choreography, combined with top-notch digital effects, gave these sequences an exciting energy without distracting from the storyline. Practical effects were also woven into the film to complement the digital work, especially in the more grounded character moments and physical confrontations. The balance between practical stunts and CGI enhanced the realism of the film, ensuring that the action never felt too reliant on special effects, maintaining a balance between spectacle and emotional storytelling. The production design, set pieces, and props were also meticulously crafted to ensure that each location, whether it was a government building, a sleek modern cityscape, or a more intimate family setting, felt deeply immersive and detailed. These elements were crucial in adding depth and realism to the story, helping to ground the larger-than-life superhero events in a world that felt tangibly real. As a result, the film's production quality met or exceeded the high expectations set by previous Marvel installments, particularly in terms of its visual polish and attention to detail. Box office performance. Success or disappointment? Captain America: Brave New World performed solidly at the box office, reflecting its status as part of the broader MCU and the sustained popularity of the Captain America franchise. While it may not have reached the stratospheric earnings of previous Avengers or Spider-Man films, it was generally regarded as a financial success, especially in terms of its ability to draw audiences to theaters. Marvel films tend to benefit from a built-in fan base and a strong international appeal, and Brave New World was no exception. The film had an established following thanks to Sam Wilson's character development in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series and his integration into the larger MCU narrative. Despite the strong production values and the compelling emotional arc, Brave New World faced some challenges in terms of standing out in a crowded market. The superhero genre, while still lucrative, had reached a saturation point where audiences were increasingly selective about which films they would invest in. While Brave New World had the benefit of being a Captain America film, one of the most beloved franchises in the MCU, it wasn't immune to the effects of franchise fatigue or competition from other blockbuster films that were vying for the same audience. As a result, while the film likely turned a profit, it might not have reached the box office heights of other MCU films like Avengers, Endgame, or Spider-Man. No Way Home. Marketing influence. Marvel's marketing machine was undoubtedly a major factor in the film's box office success. The studio's ability to generate buzz around Sam Wilson's transformation into Captain America, combined with the emotional stakes of the film, made it a key talking point among fans and critics alike. The marketing campaigns, which emphasized the themes of legacy, identity, and personal growth, drew attention to the film's more thoughtful and socially relevant aspects. This approach likely helped attract a broader audience beyond just Marvel diehards, with many viewers eager to see how the film tackled issues of race and representation in the superhero space. The marketing also leaned heavily into the relationship between Sam and Bucky, highlighting the camaraderie and emotional growth between the characters. The strong performances by Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan were featured prominently, and their chemistry became a selling point for those invested in their dynamic. This was a smart marketing strategy, as their relationship provided a grounding emotional element that connected with audiences on a personal level. Additionally, the film's trailers teased exciting action sequences and dramatic moments, balancing emotional depth with blockbuster spectacle. This approach ensured that Brave New World appealed to a wide range of viewers, from those who craved the usual action and spectacle of superhero films to those who were interested in the more introspective, character-driven aspects of the story. Audience reception. The film's reception among audiences was generally positive, though not without some mixed reactions. Many fans appreciated the deeper exploration of Sam Wilson's character, particularly how the film handled his emotional journey and the weight of taking on the mantle of Captain America. Sam's struggle to reconcile his personal identity with the public symbol he was becoming resonated with a wide audience, particularly those interested in contemporary discussions about race and representation in the media. On the other hand, some critics and viewers felt that the film's pacing was uneven, with certain moments of character development feeling a bit too slow for those seeking a more action-driven experience. While the film's exploration of race and identity was lauded by many for its thoughtfulness and relevance, others felt that it might have overshadowed some of the more traditional superhero elements of the story. However, these critiques were often balanced by praise for the film's bold themes and fresh take on a familiar superhero arc. Overall, Brave New World received a positive audience reception, with many praising its emotional depth, its focus on Sam's journey, and the high-quality production values. Its success can be attributed in part to its ability to connect with both existing Marvel fans and those looking for a more nuanced, socially aware superhero story. Influence of cultural context. The cultural context surrounding the release of Brave New World also played a significant role in its reception and box office performance. The film arrived at a time when discussions around race, representation, and legacy were at the forefront of cultural discourse, particularly in the context of media and entertainment. Sam Wilson's role as the first Black Captain America in the MCU became a symbol of broader societal shifts, and the film's exploration of these issues resonated with many viewers who felt that superhero stories had the potential to address deeper, real-world concerns. In this way, the film's cultural relevance likely influenced its earnings, as it attracted audiences interested not just in the superhero action but in the political and social implications of the story. This cultural significance may have also led to increased word-of-mouth marketing, with audiences discussing the film's themes and encouraging others to see it. This, in turn, helped the film maintain solid box office performance, even if it didn't break records in the same way that some of the other MCU mega-hits had done. Conclusion: a financial success with long-term value. Captain America: Brave New World can be considered a financial success, particularly given the significant investment in its production and marketing. While it may not have reached the box office heights of the biggest MCU entries, it performed well enough to generate a profit and attract a wide audience. The film's strong marketing campaign, focused on Sam Wilson's transformation and the exploration of contemporary issues, was instrumental in driving ticket sales, while its emotional depth and cultural relevance ensured that it connected with viewers on a meaningful level. The production quality matched the high standards expected of a Marvel film, with stunning visuals and action sequences that complemented the film's character-driven narrative. Ultimately, Brave New World stands as a solid financial and critical success within the MCU, appealing to both die-hard fans and those seeking a more introspective, socially conscious superhero story. Captain America: Brave New World is a film that offers a full cinematic experience designed to be enjoyed on the big screen, where audiences can appreciate its high-quality visuals, thrilling action sequences, and emotional depth in the most immersive way possible. Given the scale of its production, the film is primarily available in theaters, and this remains the best way to experience it for the fullest impact. In theaters, the ultimate viewing experience. For audiences seeking the most immersive viewing experience, Captain America: Brave New World is best seen in theaters. The grandeur of the action sequences, particularly the high-flying combat involving Sam Wilson's wingsuit, benefits greatly from a large screen, where the visual effects and intense choreography can truly shine. The sound design, particularly during action-packed moments, will be fully appreciated in a theater setting, where surround sound and booming audio enhance the experience, making the film's pulse-pounding moments feel even more thrilling. Additionally, the film's emotional weight is more impactful in a theater, where the shared experience with an audience allows for collective reactions. Moments of humor, shock, or emotional depth are amplified by the audience's response, creating a sense of camaraderie and enhancing the emotional highs and lows. This kind of communal experience, laughing, gasping, and even shedding a tear together, adds another layer to the viewing process, making it a more memorable event. For those who enjoy the social aspect of moviegoing, a theater screening is the most immersive option. The large-scale visuals and practical effects also stand out in the cinematic format. The movie's production design, with its expansive set pieces and intricate details, is best experienced on the big screen, where the richness of the design and the scope of the action scenes can be fully appreciated. In theaters, the audience can experience the sheer scale of the film, from the towering buildings in the cityscapes to the vast skies Sam Wilson navigates during aerial combat. Streaming and digital rental, a convenient alternative. For those unable to catch the film in theaters or who prefer the comfort of home viewing, Captain America: Brave New World will eventually be available on streaming platforms and digital rental services. While these options offer greater convenience and accessibility, they cannot replicate the same immersive experience as watching the film on the big screen. Typically, Marvel films are made available on Disney Plus after their theatrical run, and it's highly likely that Brave New World will follow this pattern. Disney Plus is the go-to streaming service for MCU content, offering subscribers access to not only the latest releases, but also the extensive Marvel catalog. Watching the film on Disney Plus allows audiences to enjoy the film at their own pace, with the ability to pause, rewind, or rewatch key moments for deeper reflection. However, watching it at home might diminish some of the visual and auditory impact of the film, especially during the more action-heavy sequences. The intimacy of home viewing also means that the shared experience of audience reactions is lost, which can reduce the emotional intensity of the film. Digital rentals, available on platforms like Amazon, iTunes, and Google Play, will also provide an alternative for those looking for the convenience of at-home viewing. This option allows for on-demand access without the need for a subscription to Disney Plus. While digital rentals offer the flexibility to watch on any device, the smaller screen sizes and home audio setups may detract from the film's grandiose visuals and sound design. For the best experience on a personal screen, a larger television with high-definition resolution and a good sound system would enhance the viewing experience, but it still wouldn't compare to the cinematic scope available in theaters. Best way to watch a cinematic experience. To experience Captain America: Brave New World in its fullest and most impactful form, theaters are unequivocally the best option. The film is designed with big-budget spectacle in mind: sweeping action scenes, intricate set designs, and immersive sound. And watching it in a theater brings those elements to life in a way that no home viewing setup can match. The emotional highs and dramatic moments are heightened by the shared energy of the crowd, adding layers of intensity to the film's already compelling character arcs. For those who can make the trip to theaters, seeing the film during its opening run, or even during special IMAX screenings, if available, will maximize the visual and auditory impact. IMAX screens, in particular, offer an even more immersive viewing experience, with larger-than-life visuals and a sound system designed to engulf the viewer, making every explosion, every emotional beat, and every action sequence feel even more intense. Conclusion: theatrical experience for maximum impact. While Captain America: Brave New World will eventually be accessible via streaming and digital rental, the fullest impact of the film is undeniably felt in theaters. The combination of large-scale action, stunning visual effects, and emotional depth is designed to be experienced on the big screen, where the movie's full potential is realized. For those who want the best possible experience and to enjoy the film in its intended format, heading to a theater, preferably with a high-quality sound system and large screen, is the ultimate way to immerse themselves in Sam Wilson's journey as the new Captain America.